Hello, Sun City residents. This is Rusty Bradshaw with Sun City News and Stuff. I'm here to give you the highlights from the Recreation Centers of Sun City board meeting that happened this morning. And there were three motions on the agenda. They were not in the form of motions, but they were recommendations from committees. And they basically were first readings of these items. The first was from the Insurance Committee, which recommended that the Recreation Centers of Sun City approve the 2026-27 insurance renewal proposal for RCSC. The renewal proposal includes the same insurance coverage, carriers, and terms and conditions per RCSC's expiring coverage. The overall premium increase for all coverage during 2026-27 will be $96,536 or 5.4%. Now, to put that in perspective, last year's premium increase for 25-26 was 20%. So this year it's only 5.4%. A significant reduction of an increase, but still an increase. Now, the second item on the agenda was from the Long Range Planning Committee to take the necessary steps, including the financial ones, to proceed with, contract for, and implement the Sun City Master Plan, which was approved by the board in February of 2025. The Long Range Planning Committee further recommended that the funding for a master plan be included as soon as possible, but no later than the 2027 budget. Now, a number of board members had problems with the wording of the recommendation because it included the word implement. They didn't want to tie down future boards to items that were in the master plan. However, it was pointed out, I believe by Mike McCurdy, the finance director, that this board or future boards would not be tied and forced to do anything suggested in the master plan. It was just a guide. However, the board members really didn't care much for the recommendation anyway. Board member Rick Gray said when the vote was approved in February 2025, the assumption was the cost would be $150,000 to $300,000. But when they started to get bids, it was more like $500,000 to $1 million for experts to do the plan. Board member Jana Mapes said she didn't see how this fit for Recreation Centers of Sun City because it's not a city. And she said that after 3 or so years, they'd have to spend more to review and update the plan. Board member Steve Collins said the reserve study tells RCSC board and management what needs to be done. And he pointed out a couple of things that needed to be done. The flooring at Sundial needs to be replaced, and there was another item, and I can't recall it right now, but he said, do we want to spend $1 million on a plan, or do we need to fix what's needed? Board Vice President Chris Nettesheim said that according to the Sun City West local newspaper, the Recreation Centers of Sun City West is doing a master plan, and they are looking at a special assessment to pay for what their plan requires. However, when the vote was taken on the master plan item, it failed by a vote of 7-2, with Jim Ruff and Chris Nettesheim being the dissenting voters. And by the way, I think I forgot to mention that the first item, the insurance renewal, passed by a vote of 9-0. And the third item on the agenda was regarding the Golf Advisory Committee, which recommended changes to Board Policy 17 titled Golf concerning annual golf pass extensions, refunds, and room reservations for golf events. That passed 9-0. Now, in answer to some questions that have been raised in previous meetings over the Duffyland Dog Park, Mike Whipbrood, Director of Grounds and Infrastructure, said the Duffyland Dog Park is cleaned the last Wednesday of every month. And they were looking at a second day during the month, but during the summer, they're only going to do the one day because they don't expect a lot of traffic there, and by October, they expect to have a second day identified. Board President Tom Foster said that board candidate packets will be available June 1st, and an information session on board candidacy and board service will be conducted at Lakeview Center June 9th. Mr. Foster also said the 5-year plan group is finishing its work for the 2027 through 31 years. They will start to get recommendations in the October board meeting from this 5-year plan group. And that was the highlights from the Recreation Centers of Sun City board meeting. The next exchange meeting will be 9 a.m. Monday, June 8th, in the auditorium at Sundial Recreation Center, 14801 North 103rd Avenue. And the next board meeting will be 9 a.m. Thursday, June 25th at Sundial. The board won't have any meetings, business meetings or exchange meetings during the months of July and August. They'll return in September. Thank you very much for watching.